Hi everyone, it's Ramon Santillan from PersuasiveInterview.com. Today we're going to talk about how you can talk to strangers, people you don't know, and make a connection out of it, and hopefully get them to help you for your job search, how to build your network. So that's what we're going to focus on today, how to build your network. So talking to strangers used to be super hard for me. I used to look at people and wonder what I should say for what seemed like an eternity. By the time I thought of something cool or witty to say, the other person was already long gone, having a seemingly awesome conversation with someone else. I thought there had to be a better way, and there was. So I got myself ready. I read books on networking, studied what other people did, and did a ton of in-the-field research, trying all sorts of methods until I came up with a formula that was easy to use and got great results. Instead of trying to come up with a conversation on the spot, I figured that just 10 minutes or less of preparation before an event was enough to ensure that I could start and keep a conversation going with friends and strangers alike. Not only that, but after using it several times and establishing better connections with people, they were actually looking forward to seeing me. So I'm going to tell you how to use this guide. You're going to take 9 minutes before an event to review the guide. You can also get it on my website, PersuasiveInterview.com. You can keep it in your car or on your desk to review before you go to an event. And then you can write down the topics you come up with. So let me walk through the 3 steps. And it's 3 steps and they take about 3 minutes each. So it's pretty easy. Anyone can use it, especially those with high function autism. This is what I recommend to all my clients who fall on the spectrum and who are looking for corporate jobs, like in companies like Google, Facebook, Diebold, GE, Chase. So okay, step number 1, figure out who will be there. And this will take you about 3 minutes. Knowing who will be there helps you figure out what topics will be interesting to them. People are more likely to connect with you if you cater to their needs of feeling wanted and being listened. Although people may become interested in what is going on with you, you will get a better response if you cater to their wants as far as conversation topics goes. As they interact with you more frequently, it will build rapport. Keep in mind, this doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they say. It just means that you bring up topics that they enjoy discussing. So an action item. If you know who will be attending, do some Facebook stalking and figure out what they've been posting, sharing on social media. Instead of asking general questions like what's going on or what's up with you nowadays, ask specific questions like, I saw you posted something about your trip to Paris. What was your favorite part? It's a general networking event where you don't know anyone. Consider what the audience will be interested in. For example, a professional event for CPAs will probably attract people interested in talking about tax law or financial rulings, where a social event for CPAs may be more relaxed and thus talking more about fun topics, which would be more appropriate. Another easy thing to bring up are topics from past events. You can find these by looking at the calendar events for the organization. So you can just go to the website and see what events happened before. If you didn't go to them, you can ask, like, hey, how was that event from last week? Did you attend? Did you like it? You can ask, what's going to happen next week? Are you going to that event? So the second step is a self-check, which takes about 3 minutes also. Take 1 minute to figure out what has been happening in your life in the past week. Did you finish a big project at work or at school? Are you up for some kind of a promotion or maybe some scholarship, something going on in your life? Did you read a cool new book? For now, just make a list of the things you have spent doing this week. They don't have to be life-changing events either. If you can't come up with anything for this week, expand to the things you've done this month. These are easy topics of conversation. The self-check is meant as a way to back up the topics of conversation, to have a backup topics of conversation. Remember number 1 that we talked about before? If you focus the whole conversation on you, the other person may become bored and uninterested. So as an action item, think about the things you spend time on this week or month. Think about how those topics can benefit your listener. So what would interest your listener about the things you've done in the past week or the past month? Before I go to a networking event, and this takes us to number 3, I also like to check what's trending. So this is super easy. Before I go to an event, I go to the wallstreetjournal.com. I'll go to my local newspaper website or fortune.com and check out some topics that are currently trending. For you, you might want to check out what's going on in your college, what's going on in the websites that people in your industry look into. So if you're a software engineer, look at those magazines. You can also go to those websites and see, okay, what is going on? What are people talking about? You can also go to Facebook and see what's funny new topic people are talking about. Again, you don't have to be very involved in social media. You just have to do a quick check and see what popular item has been shared or liked. You can even go more in depth by checking out specific topics in places like Reddit or Twitter. You don't have to spend more than 5 minutes into this. If you do, chances are you're going into a niche and not general trending topics. The difference between this step and step number 1 is that this focuses on finding out about general topics and not just about the people you're planning on meeting. After you try this method a couple of times, you'll be able to internalize it and mentally run through the checklist. The more you practice, the easier it will become to come up with ways to start a conversation. So again, the first time you might not be very good at it, but that's fine. The whole point is for you to go out there and practice. It's not going to feel good. And just like any workout, this is a workout for your mind. It's like a therapy for your career. It's not going to feel very good the first time. You have to try again and practice again and practice again. Before you know it, you'll start finding it being a lot easier than what it was at the beginning, and you'll become pretty natural at it pretty soon. So again, make sure you send me any topics you have questions for me. You can subscribe and like the channel, and also share this with all your friends. Again, if they're looking for a career in corporate America, in the Fortune 500, make sure you visit my website, persuasiveinterview.com, where you can find more topics like this one and great articles on how you can develop yourself to get the career that you want.